Hi all, I am Aditya Kiran, working in Applied Research Team Swiggy. Today I'll be discussing about the paper Identification of Food Quality Descriptors in Customer Chat Conversations using Named Entity Recognition. The outline of this presentation is as follows. The motivation of this problem statement, examples of the dataset, training dataset which we prepared, baseline approaches, model architecture, results, observations, conclusion and future work. Customer messages associated with customer support chat conversations help us in creating efficient chatbots that can in turn enhance the customer experience. In Indian context of food delivery service like Swiggy, customer messages have multiple challenges like grammatical incoherency, spelling errors, abbreviations, or usage of words from other languages, a common phenomenon referred as code mixing. Among the customer messages, identification of words that describe the poor quality of food can immensely benefit prompt resolution of the issue and also provide vital feedback to the company and its restaurant partners. In this paper, we are leveraging a novel NER-based approach that is using the combination of word and character embeddings in a DL framework to identify the entities associated with poor quality food. Some of the examples are when it comes to grammatical incoherency, we observe sentences like rotten food, no taste only, money wasted, uncooked food. When it comes to spelling variations, words like melted and burnt are spelled with an extra letter. When it comes to code mixing, we have sentences like khana cold ho gaya, where khana and ho gaya are Hindi words written in romanized form. We also have sentences like too sweet, too spicy, without a space in between them, which needs to be get identified correctly. One of the biggest challenges of NER is to get the availability of tag dataset associated to a particular entity. So in order to solve this, we leverage few unsupervised approaches like fast text, and using the cosine similarity threshold, we curated a list of 379 food quality descriptors. This is a non-canonicalized descriptor set, which was further used to sample 466,000 chat messages from the customer messages, whose primary intent was to complain about the bad quality food they received. But for test dataset, it's an internal benchmark dataset with 7,159 sentences, and it covered the category of all the challenges which I was mentioning before. Further, we also checked that only 34 food quality descriptors are common across train and test dataset. That is, remaining 303 descriptors are completely unknown to the training dataset, which makes the test dataset much more reliable. All these 7,159 sentences are manually tagged by the human annotators. Some of the baseline approaches which we tried are linear CRF models with features like POS tag, neighboring words, case, etc. We also tried few BiLSTM networks with CRF loss function at that. Also, we tried few BiLSTM plus CNN networks with CRF loss function as word vectors, and also the linear CRF model with individual dimension of word vectors as word features. The model architecture, which was outperforming among all the approaches which we have tried, is as follows. In this model, when given a sentence, like for example, chicken biryani is rotten, two types of inputs are identified. One is the word embeddings associated from the custom fast text model, which we have trained. And second one is the trainable character embedding layer, which is passed over different CNN layers, one-dimensional CNN layers with different kernel sizes like 1, 2, 3, and 4 to handle the unigram, bigram, trigram, and four-sized n-gram related things. These CNN outputs are further fed into the highway networks to identify the right weightage that should be given to them, and the concatenated output coming from the highway network is further concatenated with the word embeddings. And then the combination is fed over by LSTM and CRF layers. The output associated with each sentence is each word we are tagging it as food quality descriptor or not food quality descriptor. So there are totally two entities that needs to be identified here. When it comes to results, our model was significantly performing better when compared to all the approaches which we have tried. The F1 score associated for the food quality descriptor class was around 0.82, which is significantly higher compared to the BileSTM based models where the F1 scores are around 0.44 and 0.47. When it comes to the overall F1 score, again, our model was outperforming all the other approaches, where the F1 score is somewhere around 0.93, whereas the linear CRF model was starting somewhere around 0.57. BileSTM models were performing somewhere around zero point 0.7 to zero point 0.8 range. These are some of the examples which we have identified where the model is performing correctly, and some of the false positives and false negatives. When it comes to words like burnt, spoily, with spelling variations, model was able to capture perfectly. It even captured words like spicy and oily with extra vice in it. Words like too salty were getting captured. Words like bal, mere bowl में bal and stone hai. So words like bal, which is a completely Hindi word, the model is still not able to capture right now. And words like sweets are getting tagged as food quality descriptors, whereas it might get, maybe it is getting confused with words like too sweety. So this is a false positive that we have identified. Also, words like stinky was not getting captured in this model. So these are some of the observations which we have seen in this model. Uh, to conclude the entire presentation, we leveraged the customer agent chat conversations with multiple challenges using this NER task, where a combination of word and character embeddings were identified, and then we trained a model on top of it. In future, we also intend to experiment with wider set of fine-grained entities to be able to identify specific subclass descriptors. We also intend to experiment with some of the transformer-based architectures like BERT, and where we can enhance the vocabulary with our own corpus words and further fine-tuning them. Thank you.